Hi everyone, so today we have an analysis of the Tennessee Senate race between Phil Bredesen, the former Tennessee governor, and Marsha Blackburn, the current US representative for Tennessee's 7th district. So the incumbent Republican is retiring, Bob Corker. He's retiring from the United States Senate, and so today we'll be looking at some polling data that we've been getting from the Tennessee Senate race, Blackburn versus Bredesen. We'll be looking at the two most recent polls. One of them has one of them is Gravis, and that's one that shows Blackburn +4. And then another one is from Emerson College, which shows the Democrat ahead in the state of Tennessee. And we'll also be looking at previous results where Phil Bredesen has been on the ballot, and we'll also look at the 2016 results as well as the generic ballot polling. So a lot of things to get through. So let's start off with the polling data that we've been getting out of Tennessee. So as you can see, if we go down to all the polling data, obviously the first poll that was taken has him ahead by 2, and then ever since then it's sort of been fluctuating a bit in between 2 and 10 and 3 and 6, but then we have this Gravis poll that comes out and it's Blackburn +4, and that's the first poll that actually has Blackburn ahead, which is very surprising for a Republican state like the state of Tennessee. So right now it's ranked as a toss-up, and I agree with that. Some political pundits are ranking this as a lean Republican, and I would disagree with that entirely. So as you can see, the average has Bredesen ahead 1.6, and two most recent polls that were taken, one done by Gravis, which is the one that shows the Republican ahead. Then you can see there, and the Pelosi effect, less likely to support a candidate, definitely in Tennessee with the Republican state, and then for the Trump effect, it's much less. And then there's many different things, but let's go straight all the way up to the United States Senate polling. So if the candidates were Phil Bredesen and Marsha Blackburn, who will you vote for? 48% said Blackburn and 44% say Bredesen. So there is still 4.1%. Sorry, there's still, I believe, there's still quite a bit of 8% of people who are still uncertain. So obviously there are Democrats go for Bredesen, and the Independents actually go for Bredesen, and Republicans do go for Blackburn, and then obviously there's the same sort of split there in the age gap, and males do go for, there you can see there. And so overall this is pretty good for Blackburn. I mean, she's keeping it close with independents, which is good in a Republican state like Tennessee, and she's keeping it close with the younger demographic and other demographics, and this is pretty bad news for Phil Bredesen. But then if you look at the Emerson College one, it shows Phil Bredesen just kicking it, and it's pretty good for Phil Bredesen. I'm trying to find it here. It shows Phil Bredesen at 43% and Marsha Blackburn at 37%. Now, if you look at the other things, there's not much to see here. But then if you look at the 2006 gubernatorial election between the incumbent Democrat Phil Bredesen and the state senator Jim Bryson, look at this. Phil Bredesen swept every single county in the state of Tennessee. Some of them he won by 90%. That's really impressive for a Democrat in Tennessee. I mean, that's pretty impressive. He doesn't need to win 68% of the vote. He doesn't need to win all the counties. He doesn't need to win 1.2 million votes. He just needs 2/3 or 3/4 of that, and he'll be elected the next senator from Tennessee. And Again, if you look at the 2002 results, much closer, 50.6% to 47.6%. Excuse me. And Bredesen still won quite a lot of counties. And remember, this was 2002, the Republican wave year after 9/11. So, to be honest, I think that Phil Bredesen, in this election, the Republicans should have absolutely demolished Bredesen. Similar to the Florida race I was discussing yesterday. Phil Bredesen should have lost, or he should have kept it really, really close. And if you look at the 2016 presidential results, obviously Donald Trump won in a landslide, but with this, I can't see this going to the Republican Marsha Blackburn, to be completely honest with you. If you look at this, he only needs to win half of that to win. Seriously. And he doesn't need to win half of these counties, because they're Democratic counties. And then if you look at the enthusiasm we're seeing, Tennessee moves from a safe Republican state to a lean to toss-up because of these margins that we're getting in the generic ballot. Because Democrats will be coming out to vote. I can't see this at all. I'm leaning it. I'm not even tilting it. I'm leaning it to Phil Bredesen. I can't see this going to Marsha Blackburn unless some sort of miracle happens. To be quite frank, I'm going to lean this. The only reason I'm not putting this as likely is because A, that would be a pretty far stretch for a state like Tennessee. B, Trump won this state, and C, this is still Tennessee, and Bob Corker will, so thank you guys so that's why I'm calling Tennessee for the Democrats. Thank you guys for watching this video. Comment down suggestions below, and I'll see you all in the next one.